Hello everybody, welcome back to another Mystic Islands video. Thank you guys so much for watching. We did it, guys. We hit 1,500 subscribers on YouTube. Guys, it's been a long time coming for this video. And to be honest with you, I never thought I'd really hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel. So the fact that we're growing better than I thought we would be is fantastic. And I just gotta say thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. And I'm so glad that you guys choose to watch my videos and subscribe to my channel. And I figured I could give back to you guys by doing a Q&A. You guys ask me questions and I can give you information on whatever you like. So I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get right into the questions. Evo Ball TCG says, how do you get your channel and card game lifted off? Because that's what I'm trying to do now. I will say right off the bat, even though I have 1.5k subs now, it took me a lot of time and effort and sticking to this game to consistently improve the game over the years and keep posting on the YouTube channel. A lot of HTCG creators sadly stop uploading videos. Either they're not getting the traction that they like, or it's too much effort for the little payoff that it is. Sometimes it's the sad reality of things, or life gets in the way, and I totally understand those things. I've had thoughts of, well, do I really want to keep spending my money and doing Mystic Islands? But at the end of the day, I say yes, and I keep doing it. So really what it comes down to is the consistency and constant willingness to keep evolving and keep working hard, learning new things. If people see you doing those things, at some point you will end up getting some traction. It just takes a lot more work than you think it would take. Master Taco, which is Ignaris TCG, says, how many artists do you have on your team? Now, honestly, I don't have like a real team. Like, I don't have them all working together, bouncing ideas off each other, just working for me. I commission them out separately, so I technically don't have a team. I usually have 3 regular artists for the game, and then I'll sometimes get other artists, commission them special here and there for things. So my usuals are Francisco, Casey, and Sam. They're basically the core of the game. They've made the most cards out of anyone, but I do have a lot of other artists. So when you look at your Mystic Islands cards and see a different artist, you know, just appreciate that their artwork is in the game. So I think I've had over 8 to 10 artists, something like that. I haven't really, it would take a while for me to go and look back and see, but we've had quite a bit of artists, including myself, who obviously I don't do them anymore. So yeah, I want to say thank you to all my artists. You guys are fantastic, and they really do make Mystic Islands as powerful as it is right now, visually, of course. Jose Miguel 959 says, which pieces of art inspires you? Movies, pictures, music, art, etc. A lot of things inspire me. It's hard to say because it's a lot of different media. I mean, just random things like walking down the street, I could see something, watch a movie and I see one scene that really stands out to me. So it's kind of hard to say. I don't really have one on top of mind. I was trying to think about this, but I don't know. It's kind of random. I will say for Mystic Islands itself, when I was a kid, Legos were a big inspiration because I was able to build and create things and create characters and that type of thing. But recently, the anime Berserk has been a great inspiration. What a fantastic story and a real tragic one, I'll tell you that. If you haven't watched Berserk 1997, do yourself a favor. Sam Art, which is Sam David, one of the artists, says, what's your plans next for the game? So obviously, first thing is first, we got to finish up and release set 4. That's fixing and reprinting all of the old cards, 190 cards, which were the core of Mystic Islands. They need to be tuned. I need to make sure all the language makes sense consistently throughout all of the cards, of course, because I don't want confusion between the fans. Some cards are like that. Other cards are broken, I need to fix and take them off the ban list. And of course, every card is getting brand new artwork to bring them into the new world of Mystic Islands. And I will be creating a lore video. I know I keep saying that, but I really have to create one of why this set exists, what's happening, what's going on in the Mystic Islands universe, the overarching story. I'm just not a great storyteller, so if anyone is in the comments, I might have to figure out a way to express all my thoughts in my head better. But then after that, set 5 is on the way, and it's going to be all new cards with a very fun theme. I'm going to love that theme. So yeah, that's what's coming in the future. Wrath of Course says, will you be doing any hand-drawn art for your TCG in the future? So my answer to this is not regularly. So the artwork will be coming out as we have had it recently, but I will be most likely creating a fan art series coming soon, allowing fans to draw their favorite creatures or cards in Mystic Islands and get them printed as promotional cards in these booster packs where they're able to play with the versions of the cards that they created. So that's a very cool thing I want to start to do. And I think that would be really cool to give back to you guys. Maybe I'll announce it at 2K or something like that. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Obviously, Set 4 is taking up a lot of my time right now. So we're going to get to that when we get to it. But I appreciate you guys so much. Donna Catlow says, will you ever take card suggestions and will you ever make more cards? Yes, I will definitely be making more cards, of course. This is the only set that will be all reprints in the entire game. As far as I'm concerned, I want to go forward and create expansions and more expansions on top of those expansions. I want to keep going with this game. I don't want to just keep rehashing stuff. The only reason I'm rehashing this set is because the old artwork, different card backs, everything's different. We got to make it one cohesive game, and then I'll feel very comfortable moving forward. And of course, I will take any card suggestions into consideration if I think they'll fit in the world of Mystic Islands. But if they don't really fit the vision I have for Mystic Islands, don't be upset about that. You know, I still take it into consideration and I appreciate your guys' comment. Codename says, what's your next craziest set mechanic and how will it work? That's a very good question. And without giving you any real spoilers, it's going to be coming in set 5, of course. And I don't want to spoil its name or the keyword or anything, but essentially you can cast creatures by manipulating your health instead of crystals. So I'll throw that out there. You guys can maybe you guys can figure that out in the comments, what that could possibly be or what that could possibly turn into for the theme. It fits the theme of set 5. So Realm Rumble TCG says, what inspired you when you were younger to say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to try to make my own TCG? And that's a really good question. A lot of what I did growing up was I got Pokemon cards when I was very young at my local church, and I just kind of loved the idea of card games in general back then. I didn't know how to play or what was going on. I would just collect some Pokemon cards as a kid. Then when I got a little bit older, like a pre-teenish, I got into Magic the Gathering, which I loved the artwork. I loved the art style. And the gameplay was very intriguing to me, but kind of difficult to get into at the time. And the gameplay was intriguing to me, but I didn't fully grasp it, I guess. The problem was I didn't have a lot of money as a kid, so I started watching HTCG videos on YouTube, and many of the creators at that time period, around 2013-ish, really gave me the motivation to want to give it a shot. So here we are today. I mean, look at that. Dyer Samir, I believe your name is. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. He has a lot of questions, so let's go rapid fire on these. Which hobby or passion do you have outside of TCGs? So I like listening to music, hanging out with friends, playing video games, and of course watching some football, throwing the football around. I'm a big sports guy, so that's one of the things that I like to do. Do you have any pets? Not at the moment. I did have a gecko, but I did have to give him away, unfortunately. When is my birthday? It is March 24th, 2001. Are you more of an introvert or an extrovert? I would say I'm more of an introvert, even though I try to be more extroverted for YouTube. Obviously, I don't talk like this all the time. I'm trying to be a little bit more extroverted, but internally, I think I'm more introverted. I don't know. What is my favorite food? I had to think about this one pretty good, but I would say probably beef brisket. What is my favorite drawing? I'm assuming they're referring to my drawings, and I'm going to say my old Mystic Islands art of Soul Transfer. My favorite band, that's a very hard one, and I'm going to give you my top 3 in no particular order. 3 Days Grace, My Darkest Days, and 21 Pilots. So let me know what your favorite bands are down below. And my favorite fake creature, it's got to be a dragon, man. Deckout TCG says, who is your favorite TCG maker? Now, I'm just happy to have people in the community that are creating games. It's one of my favorite things to look at. I mean, I always go through my feed and I'm refreshing to see if there's new games coming out. It's one of the things that, I don't know why, but I really like watching new creators come up and new ideas sprout out from other TCG creators as well. Long-lasting ones and new ones, I like them all. But the main one that was really my favorite growing up no longer makes videos, and it is Spellslingers TCG. That was my favorite game made by Evercry TCG. If you haven't checked out his channel, check out Evercry. Very cool hand-drawn style and just awesome vibes. Grit HTCG says, what mechanics did you have to give up on for the first sets? A few I've forgotten that were just completely overpowered, so I just totally erased them from my memory. But from what I remember, crystals having unique effects is something I had to get rid of. This is because everyone gets 15 chaos crystals, and if you have one crystal that's a little bit better than the other 14, how am I going to adjust where that goes in the stack and getting them? And that was a pain. And hand control effects had to go as well, and that's something I'm definitely fixing now with the banned cards. If you guys saw the ban list, a lot of it is card manipulation. Not good. Can't have it in Mystic Islands. It's stronger than I thought it would be. So those effects have to be either way more expensive or way more scarce. So good question. Dominic says, what are the finances behind creating a TCG? I can't speak from the indie TCG side of actually going and getting it physically printed from China or wherever and getting bulk orders and doing it that way, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm using the Game Crafter. So that's a pretty deep question, but honestly, that could be its own whole video, which I might make in the future. All I'll say is we don't make a profit from the game, as artwork is about 30 to 50 bucks per card, and any profit from booster packs is usually $1-ish from the Game Crafter, depending. And blitz packs are about $2.50 in profit, and the decks are around the same. So we really don't make any money making this game. Of course, I kind of do this as a fun hobby, and I just appreciate you guys following the game, playing the game, and I want to build it organically. I'm not too concerned about, I'm not money hungry about selling packs and stuff like that. But the best way to help us is to join the Patreon. Everyone on the Patreon, thank you so much. We got 3 people in the Mystic Rare tier, which is super useful, and that's probably the best way to give back to Mystic Islands, because it just pays straight up for card artwork. And I think the last question of the video is going to be that hoodie guy saying, how did you come up with your channel icon? So originally I was looking for just a logo, because I did not do any graphic design. I recently went to school for graphic design, so now I think a little bit differently. So originally this is my old Mystic Islands logo, and I know I wanted something to do with a shield. I don't know why, but that was just something stuck in my head that I wanted a shield. I would look around at other brands like the Las Vegas Raiders or the UFL's football team, DC Defenders, as they both had shields at the time. Then I was looking around, and some colleges had very similar looking shield designs, and I thought that it would fit what I wanted to go for whatever reason. I guess I don't have a real rhyme or reason, it's just something I gravitated towards. So that was the first version of the shield, and then I decided I need to rebrand the game. I want to make it a little bit more cohesive, give it a different vibe. So obviously with the new artwork, I gave it a new logo, new typeface, and I really wanted to keep that symbol of the shield, so I changed it up, and here's the new one. And I really want to create a memorable color scheme and shield icons. I hope whenever you guys see this shield, you guys think, oh, that's Mystic Islands trading card game. So hopefully that worked out. So thank you guys so much for the questions. I really appreciate you guys throwing them at me. I definitely want to do these more often if you guys like them. They're a little bit more of a chill video and a little bit easier for me to record, less prep work, I guess. So again, thank you to all of our patrons. Again, thank you guys so much for 1.5K. You guys are the best, and we're growing strong. That's going to be it. So I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace.